Wow, man, am I impressed with the Banu Defender. It is a awesome little ship and it looks spectacular, especially out in these warmer desert-like planets. It just, oh man, it looks so good and so different than everything else. I woke up at my home planet in Orison and I decided, you know what, let's try something different since today will be about bounty extraction missions and grabbing some loot. I wanted a small light fighter, but with a nice interior as well so I can chill, drink, put some guns away, storage, that kind of thing. But when I arrived at my first bounty extraction, right above was a Hammerhead, a C2, a Reclaimer, and a Corsair. And then there was a guy in a Star Lancer, and he seemed to be backing up to these ships and offloading the cargo. So I'm assuming he watched the YouTube videos where they're exploiting, getting into the ship and knocking out the pilot, and then just grabbing all the cargo. After observing him for a little while, we saw that he was getting quite a good load just from these two ships, and there was a Caterpillar still left to loot. So we decided we were going to go ahead and take this cargo. He didn't really need it. After explaining to Quintus how he is using this exploit to take advantage of the dumb AI that doesn't realize he's shooting their ship, Quintus decided to teach him rule number 1 about looting a ship alone. Always beware of your surroundings. He decided to go ahead and give the Hercules a little nudge in EVA direction, sacrificing his Guardian to move it down just a little bit. This poor unfortunate soul kept unloading his cargo as his ship slowly moved in turret range. He must have not heard the fire that was happening, but those turrets started lighting him up for about a good minute and a half to 2 minutes before the inevitable happened. That's right, this poor guy just was so focused on that cargo, he let the turrets drop him out of the sky. He was soft death, and he was headed towards the ground. We were praying that he would survive, and we got lucky. He did, but he was flipped upside down, so we went in to check it out. And to my surprise, he was in there, moving cargo still. So I called Quintus on over to land his ship, get into mine so I can drop him off inside, and maybe we could knock him out and avoid getting a crime stat. So off I went to pick up little Quintus, and we decided to use the Banu as a little dropship since it has that little stairwell in the front. I noticed he was on the ground, so it was perfect time to get into the ship and check out the cargo, but Quintus fell through and they got into a firefight. Because the other guy fired first, Quintus was able to fire back and not receive a crime stat. He wasn't dead, but he was end-capped. Death Dealer came up with the brilliant solution to pull his helmet off, let him suffocate, and it won't be counted as murder. And it worked. Quintus never got a crime stat, and we were able to move on with the mission, which was getting Death Dealer over here in an SRV so we can pull the ship away into space and unload it there. I'd have to go get a cargo ship as well so that we can load it up, so I decided to be on guard duty, knowing full well that this player would probably be back and probably in a fighter ship of some sort. I stayed really close to the turrets, but through the mountains, so that way if he approached, he'd have to go through the turret fire. And that he did. He came in a Connie. I wasn't very familiar with the Banu, so I just used boost and speed to stay out of sights of his size 5 guns. I switched to missiles really quickly and decided to let most of the turrets do the work by spinning around them. I did take some fire, but once I got my missiles adjusted and on the correct target, not the wrong one, there he is right there, I fired away, and I let those 3 missiles do the rest of the work with the turrets. As I came around for my second pass, I was locking on again, and I noticed my lock disappeared, and boom, he flew right by me, dead. The turrets had dropped him. There he goes, flying by on the right side of the screen. Perfect timing as Death Dealer arrived to tow away the Star Lancer. That way, if he comes back again, he won't interrupt us offloading the ship. So he took that straight to space. I went over to Grimhex to grab my Star Lancer so we can get it all loaded up inside of space. And after taking a look at some of this cargo, I could see why he kept coming back for it. We started out with some maize. We got some other drugs as well and some much needed copper out of there. Overall, it was about a $500,000 haul, $600,000 haul, not including the copper, as we definitely want to sell that separately for the event. Overall, it was a fun day. There's always these organic things that happen, and it's probably my favorite thing about playing this game is no matter what you set your plan out to be, there could always be something else that will happen along the way, and that's what makes this game really, really fun. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and if you can, check me out on Twitch. I'm on every single day, as this whole month I'm dedicating a lot of time to trying to make this a profession. I would really love to do this, and your support means everything. Thank you guys again, and have a great night.